it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. What?
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would. Would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's got it to Burns. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jameis Olawale, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw. Ebron's got it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Rosen. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Willie Henry coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Hearns left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. To go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to. Gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Right back to him on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Rosen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Over!
Now it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Power running by Zeke. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now it's Rosen looking. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Rosen to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Here's a give to Fournette. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Fournette. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Back to throw here. Ebron with it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
All right, now, look at this.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Boom, line it.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now, look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Willie Henry in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. Powering his way forward. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go to Elliott again, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Detroit! Hot!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Look at you go!